Hey there, and welcome back to another Papetti Math YouTube video tutorial, where today I am going to be teaching you Algebra 1. And in this video, we're going to take a look at adding, subtracting, both, maybe, I don't know, but with polynomials. So we're going to perform the indicated operation for each of the examples below, and we're going to be expressing our answer, as always, as a polynomial in standard form. So taking a look at part A, we have to find the sum of 8x squared plus 5x minus 6 and 3x squared minus 16x plus 19. And we see the word sum, and that should tell us that we want to do addition. So we're going to be adding 8x squared plus 5x minus 6, and we're going to add that to 3x squared minus 16x plus 19. And these are really in parentheses right here. But again, since it's adding, we do not need the parentheses here. But when we subtract, we want to make sure we have those parentheses. So I could take those parentheses away right now. We could go right into that addition part of it. So I'm going to look for my x squareds first. That's my highest degree. So 8x squared plus 3x squared. Remember, keep the sign in front. So that's going to give me 11x squared. And then I have 5x's over here, and I've got minus 16x's. So 5 minus 16 gives me negative 11x. And finally, I've got a negative 6 here, and I've got a positive 19 here. So negative 6 plus 19 is going to give me a positive 13. So the sum of these two polynomial expressions is 11x squared minus 11x plus 13, and that is in standard form. Let's take a look at part B now. Subtract x squared minus 7x plus 13 from 4x squared minus x plus 8. So we want to take this, but we're subtracting it from this. So we're starting with the 4x squared minus x minus 8 plus 8. And we're going to subtract from that this x squared minus 7x plus 13. And again, when we have a subtraction sign outside the parentheses, we want to make sure we distribute that subtraction sign, that negative sign. So I'm going to recopy what's in my first set of parentheses first. And now I'm going to subtract from that minus x squared. I'm going to subtract a negative 7x, which is a positive 7x. Minus a negative is a positive. And I'm going to subtract from that a 13 as well. So now I look for my like terms, and my like terms here are 4x squared and then a minus x squared. That's going to give me a 3x squared. I'm going to have a negative x and a positive 7x, which is a positive 6x. And finally, with my constants, I have a positive 8 and a negative 13, which will combine to a negative 5. And that's our solution for when we subtract x squared minus 7x plus 13 from 4x squared minus x plus 8. In part C, we want to find the difference of negative 3x squared plus 7x plus 17 and 2x minus 16. So if we're just finding the difference, we're going to write it in the order it's given to us. So we're going to start off with that negative 3x squared plus 7x plus 17 in parentheses. And we're going to subtract, because we're finding the difference between that and 2x minus 16. So again, we have a minus outside those parentheses. Let's distribute that. But first, let's recopy what's in those first set of parentheses. And now I'm going to subtract from that minus 2x. And I'm going to minus a negative 16, which is a positive 16 when we have a double negative. So I look for my like terms. I don't see anything else with an x squared on it. So I'm just going to have a negative 3x squared to begin. I'm going to have a 7x and a minus 2x, and those will combine to a positive 5x. And finally, I'll have a 17 and a 16, and that will give me a positive 33. So my simplification here, when I add these two, subtract these two polynomial expressions, is negative 3x squared plus 5x plus 33. Which brings us to part D, our final part of this video. And we're going to be adding x to the third plus 2x squared minus 7x plus 12, and it says to add to that. Let's add to that. Oh, I already did the add. Sorry, I was too busy moving my video. There we go. So I'm going to add to that 4x to the third minus 6x squared plus 14x minus 1. And now I look for my like terms. This time my largest degree is not x squareds, it's x to the thirds. So I'm going to have to find x to the thirds first. I have an x to the third, and then I have 4 more x to the thirds. So that's going to be 5x to the thirds. And then I'm going to have 2x squareds minus 6x squareds. That will be negative 4x squareds. I'm going to have negative 7x's and plus 14x's. So negative 7x plus 14x is going to be plus 7x. And finally, I've got a positive 12 and a minus 1. And 12 minus 1 we know is positive 11. And that is in standard form because we have our highest exponent first, our largest exponent first. And then it goes down to our smallest degree. So this video, we combined addition in some of these questions with subtraction in other ones, and we either added or subtracted and placed our solution as a polynomial in standard form. And if this video was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. And you're now ready for exercise number 4 in this lesson on adding and subtracting polynomials. Thank you for watching.